Hello guys, Hatred Elemental back once again with Draco Sodas here.
I'm tripping so hard right now in this place.
And I asked a couple of people and there is absolutely no reason why we shouldn't just continue along with the tiers and just leave Wily hanging. So, with that in mind, 26th, Phoba 555.
But it lacked the depth to convince me that this is really hell.
Score 32.2, 30, 44,
New
27, 34, 26. Let's get right into it.
5 noble nickels and 1 energy element.
We start with this.
Galaxy Man assets.
Oh,
There was a thing there.
I saw it. I bet we're in for a great start.
Jump, jump,
Got it.
jump, jump.
Oh
Fly.
no. Oh ho ho ho. This is going to be interesting.
Jump, 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 jump. Fly, fly, jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Jump.
Hey, we got
fly,
one.
Fly.
Missed one.
Missed another one.
Jump, jump.
Oh dear.
This is a sled stage.
So needless to say, I'm going to have a great frickin' time.
Jump, jump. Jump, jump.
The sled parts were always my favorite parts of Mega Man 8.
Sarcasm?
Jump, jump.
Completely.
Jump, jump. Jump, fly, fly.
I think I have a general idea of what I need to do. When it says slide there, don't slide, you jump. And then you have to skip the gravity things.
Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Fly, fly, jump, 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 jump.
I jumped! I did jump!
Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Fly, fly, jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Jump, fly, fly.
Not in time. So you need to predict it.
Jump, jump.
That's
Jump,
tricky.
jump. Fly, fly, jump, 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 jump.
Ow!
Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Jump, fly, fly.
Got it.
Got it!
Got it.
Jump.
Never be never be at the far end of the screen. Mm-mm. But we got those noble nickels. Let's keep going!
Jump, jump.
I'm assuming that there are probably no
Jump,
checkpoints here. If it's
Fly,
just
fly,
a
jump, 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 jump.
sled stage. Or,
Jump, jump.
snowboard stage.
Jump, jump. Jump, fly, fly. Jump, jump. Jump,
It
jump.
was right there! The last one was right there! Oh, there's more. Duh! Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, hey, hey!
We've got these.
That's from Mega Man 10.
I know. I still haven't played Mega Man 10, even though I have it. I should do that.
I like the music here.
Oh yeah, the music is pretty darn good. What's this level called again? But it lacked the reality to convince me that it was really hell.
But it lacked the depth to convince me that it was really hell. That was actually something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
Jump, 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 jump.
Once again, I jumped. It's interesting to see Mega Man 8 stuff in 8-bit.
Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump.
Oh, you give me very little warning there.
Jump, 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 jump.
Can I be the first to say I find those signs extremely annoying?
I jumped. Maybe I didn't? We will never know!
Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, slide, slide.
I slid. Dang it. Shouldn't have paused there because I won't have enough time here to unpause and not make a mistake.
Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, slide, slide. Jump, 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 jump.
Oh, really? That was it? How did I make that? I jumped! Ah! I keep trying to convince myself that I jumped, but part of me is wondering if any of it is even true. Like, I'm the one pressing the buttons on the controller, but... Yeah. Boo! Ow! Ah!
Not to mention the fact that we have to go back for that one noble nickel we missed if we're gonna complete the stage 100%.
Oh, that reminds me, I forgot something! We need to go back for that one noble nickel earlier! We will do that after this.
I knew you weren't gonna let that go.
Well, of course I'm not.
You know, some would consider that unhealthy.
I want to get all the noble nickels, Draco. I want... Huh? I want to get Nightman his nickels. I don't need that. Oh, are we going to have something...
We have a Mecha Dragon fight.
This really is hell.
Is this like a dev kit boss theme? I swear, this is the 4th time it's come up in the contest at least. Once with the first Mecha Dragon fight, once with Taco Man, once with Chomp Man, once with the Matchstick.
That's actually the easiest one of the easiest Mecha Dragon fights I have ever seen. So let's do this again, boys! Now if you worthy sacks of crap want to survive this encounter, I would suggest that you don't make stupid mistakes like that! For a time, my main class in Team Fortress 2 was Soldier, so I can't resist. Now it's probably Demo Man. I love sticky bombing the payload.
You're not helping!
Jump, slide, slide. Jump,
Got it!
Let's get out of here! Given the level name, I think you're well aware of the problems in this level, but I'm gonna state them anyways. First off, I'm not really sure if I can judge this level completely fairly, because I used this stage for testing due to it being one of the first submitted, so I basically knew the first sled section ahead of time. But during that testing, I have vivid memories of just getting dunked into pits and getting overwhelmed every 5 seconds. And that's basically the issue here. The level is very intent on overwhelming you, even at some points giving you multiple sled direction sign things at the same time, giving you a bajillion enemies to dodge, having extremely fast auto-scroll, surprising you with random bombs out of pits, etc. It just ends up as trial and error, and while it is satisfying to finally pull off, it's not fun to learn. It's even more of a train wreck to get the Noble Nickels. It's also really bizarre because the second sled section ends up easier than the first one. Honestly, besides the sled sections, this level is okay. I really like the downwards elevator section, but there's still a bunch of surprise attacks with stuff like cannon pellers you can't see ahead of time. It's just not fun. I respect the decision to make a sled level, though.
That was such a fun level! It was challenging, it was also completely doable with some practice, especially because you placed so many checkpoints. Very important in a game with infinite lives. I really have to give you props. This is probably the most well-designed dev kit gimmick stage in this contest. Those sled sections were a little bit too fast at parts, though. Also, the Sparkman platforms during the boss didn't really have a use because you can hit the Mecha Dragon's body instead of just its head.
Somehow I get the feeling this stage was built to be annoying, and while I was a bit annoyed in some parts, I found most of the stage to be rather enjoyable. The stage overall is more a showcase of various gimmicks than anything coherent, and most of the sections are executed pretty well, aside from the part where the screen goes dark, which has caused me more frustration than I'd like to admit. The boss fight is one of the less hellish Mecha Dragons I've fought.
Yeah. The concept is great, and the level is mostly enjoyable, but it suffers so much from awful enemy choice in the board sections, and it doesn't really get better in between them, as there's often extreme precision that's needed in order to avoid getting hit. At least the level looks good, and the boss is pretty fun, though it could be better.
I can sum up this level's issues very quickly, actually. You made the Frostman Wily Rocket Sled segments even worse, somehow.
Actually, I like that better than the actual ones in Mega Man 8.
Too many beefy enemies, followed by jumps with too little warning. The warning signs seem a bit distinct from the challenge they're associated with. Every time you use the giant tellies, there was just one too many for its segment. They have too much health for the situations you use them in. Not even a charged shot kills them outright. And seriously, why would you include holograms in a rocket sled segment? What was that? You practically require clavicants to obtain the nickels in a stage, and sometimes to even survive areas. The rest of the stage simply isn't focused. The pixel-perfect jump towards the end of the stage was also irritating. Honestly, I think had the sled segments been toned down by only a few enemies and no darkness gimmick, please, this level would be a lot more fun than it is currently. I even played through it a few times to see if I simply didn't get it, and I was still irritated by the third time through. Also, hi Durgan! Yes, that appeared to be even easier than it was in the original game.
Yeah.
Durgan!
We've got to go back to tier 7, I want to say? See you guys in a oh no, got all those there. Tier 6? Was it in here? Yes, it was. Alright.
I hate this place.
You all know where we are.
Just a nice level.
We've got to get that one last Noble Nickel.
But after that, we don't have to complete the stage.
Nope, we don't have to come here ever again. But Draco, when you see where the Noble Nickel is, you will be absolutely incensed. It is evil. Alright, we gotta go up here and deal with these guys. We should be getting somewhat close, right? Right? Oh, I forgot about you guys. Yep. Rush coil.
What?
Yep. Invisible ladder time. It made me mad too. But, since we got that, hi!
Why are you dilly-dallying and talking to me, private? Now move!
Yes sir, yes sir!
Dang.
25th.
CosmicGem!
Hi! Force Man!
Oh boy.
Force beams incoming! 32.8. 37, 36, 32, 37, 22. Oh dear.
5 noble nickels. 1 energy element. Music! Hertz Devil! Graphics!
Tentaco Man.
Tentaco Man 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Programming. Renoic now.
Nope, nothing over there. Okay, let's go! Yes.
We have force beams.
Shock. Surprise. Thank you for that one-up. No! Ha! Yes, it does set me back far enough.
The things you'll do to get collectibles.
Well, yes. You know that I am both a speedrunner and a completionist at heart, Draco.
Those two things do not mix.
I know. Alright, super arrow equipped. Let's go. This is actually a rather fair noble nickel, though. Yeah, that was really fair. That was good, I like that one. Is there something up here? Yes, there is. Har.
The Grinch laughed in his throat.
I died. Pew. Pew pew. A slower force beam is such an interesting idea.
Oh, hi. You're down there.
Oh, good
hi.
guy.
Oh! Timed!
I'm enjoying the different kinds of force beams here. Gimme.
For science!
Don't jump. Okay.
Nice!
All of my training in Quick Man stage has led up to this day. Also, if I didn't have that power up that decreased knockback, I would have been dead there.
I think that's the last one. That's a death pit.
I'm pretty sure I knew that. Those things are instant death! Oh no! Run, Mega! It's gonna get you! Oh no! You better get out of the way quickly! Oh no! Alright. We were here? Yeah, we were exactly here. No. Where do I...
This is not a part of the main stage.
That explains a lot. I can just imagine that everyone was yelling at me because of that. Oh, that's just embarrassing. Let's go down then! Of course. Okay, so these are actually timed a lot nicer. Bees! One of them will hit!
Actually, I don't think they will.
Oh man, lag. Gotcha! Nope, no real reason to go there.
Good job making this Cosmic Gem.
Whoa!
Force Man!
Oh, Jesus!
A robot master with a force beam laser.
And he's fast!
Dead! Oh man, that's cool! Oh!
This is so good!
World's worst nightmare, though.
This? Oh, it even has a light effect on him!
It what?
Look closely at the Robot Master's sprite when he fires a force beam. A single force beam.
Whoa!
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pew, you're dead.
Woo!
That was fun. Oh my god.
Picado 24s are garbage and I hate them. That's basically the one issue I have with this level. There's Picado 24s splattered everywhere and they're like one of two enemy types in the whole level. Like, come on man. Pick a less freaking annoying enemy to actually put in your stage. There are some clever setups with them, but they just feel like giant time wasters which kill you constantly. Which is odd given that this stage is built around quick lasers. You would think that, you know, the level would try to be consistently fast-paced. And it's a shame too, because otherwise the level's pretty good, though I do think more could have been done with its gimmick. For a level based around quick lasers, it's pretty fair, and I like the really slow quick lasers and the timed lasers. The boss is also really good too. I love how fast-paced it is, and the instant death attacks are very fair and well telegraphed.
I agree.
It's just like a level that has great ideas, but kinda gets brought down for me due to some poor enemy choices.
I didn't like the stage that much, mainly because of the other overuse of those red cannon enemies, which I consider some of the most annoying Mega Man enemies ever. And now you're putting them next to force beams. Fun. I did enjoy the force beams that only last a short time though. That was very creative. The boss was really fun, and for a robot master with instant death attacks, it was surprisingly fair and well thought out. Good job there!
This is one of those levels where if you get really lucky, you're gonna like it a lot. I didn't get lucky and repeatedly fell victim to obstacles in the second half which involved the red turrets. Those enemies are where a majority of my problems with its stage find its core, to be honest. While some of their placements in the second half are pretty silly, the enemy itself is also one I would rather not see in an environment where I often don't have the time to time my shots in order to bullseye their stupidly short vulnerability window. This stage also needs indication as to which pit is bottomless, as it has a few sections where two near-identical pits are visible, yet only one will let you live. Force Man himself is not the most fun boss in the world. His erratic movement pattern and high speed are very difficult to predict, and his force beam attacks have so much telegraphing that it requires telegraphing within the telegraphing to telegraph when the telegraphing will end. In human speech, I kept jumping to avoid the beams before the telegraphing even ended. Overall, this stage is constructed nicely and it has some cool ideas, and while it could do more with them, its main concern right now is the turret enemy, which has the potential to make playing the stage a complete chore.
I think the biggest problem with this level is the enemy choice, as the Picato, the shielded cannon, is hard to hit and an overabundance of it becomes annoying very quickly. Thankfully, that isn't a very serious issue. The quick lasers are placed well and with no cheap or super precise spots, with the exception of the third Noble Nickel. Ultimately, it's a fun and well-made level.
Oh man. This level ends in a rather brilliant, well-designed, and very fun boss fight, but it's let down by everything else! Here's the issue. Your enemy set, your primary gimmick, and your level layout do not mix. And frankly, I think Picato 24 was a horrible choice for your primary enemy in this level. This could have been mitigated by another enemy, or more enemy variety. Having only the two, especially when one of them is almost at the complete antithesis of your level's gimmick, I'm sorry, I think this was one of your biggest mistakes. One of the problems early on is the fact the player can get stuck and are forced to kill themselves. This goes against Mega Man design, wherein gimmicks should either kill the player outright if they fail the challenge, or reset somehow. Forcing the player to kill themselves goes against every player's instinct. Bully Beam Trap comes to mind.
Yes?
The other issues are very much related to my first comment. The timing of your enemies and your lasers desync, forcing the player to either wait for them to sync again, or go ahead and get lucky. This really disrupts the flow of what is basically a revamped Quickman stage, and it disrupts the fun aspect. And then the end of the level happens. There's a segment towards the end of the stage that is seriously cramped with a low ceiling. Have the shielded enemies shooting at you and lasers? This is too much. It is so awkward to time, and not helped by how easy it is to hit your head off the ceiling in that segment and fall to your doom. Ugh. This segment is your absolute low point. And I'll be honest, anyone playing should really use Super Arrow in that segment. It is seriously awful. I also have no idea what is and isn't a pit. There are two drops almost on the same screen. One leads to a pit, the other leads to you continuing the level. I either need some way to tell where I should go, or you should use spikes.
Okay. I liked it.
It was good.
Oh, not there. What are those?
I don't know.
24th, Smides 2.
Smed's big annoying mess of a level.
33.0, 38, 28, 38, 30, 31. Okay.
One Noble Nickel, one energy element.
What kind of Metars are you? Are you just a
Oh, whoa!
a Toad Joe?
And I think those were cut Metars.
Nope.
Yep. Oh, this is freaky!
Toadman was more of a minor enemy than anything, really.
Or major enemy, I guess.
We have major enemy.
I don't know who you are, but okay. Gutsman, maybe?
I doubt it.
There's the one Noble Nickel in the stage.
Oh.
Ha! Nice!
I am a Super Arrow Pro. Not really. Eddie! Gimme, whatever. Fine.
Komuso, man. Eh? Oh, you're doing something new this time. New-ish. Okay.
Is this all you're doing now? Professor, that is a yes. Oh, but you get faster. Big disappointment. I like the original fight better. Oh, and
that
we're
was probably just a mini-boss.
Probably. We're getting into Pyramid with the Skullman graphics. Oh, jeez. I can't name the right robot master to save my life!
Those acid traps seem pretty popular.
Well, they were only used in one level in the entire series, and they're actually a pretty good gimmick. They are essentially the crystal droppers from Mega Man 5, but still. I mean, let's be honest, they're basically the same thing. Oh.
Toadman! What?
Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, oh, oh!
Okay, this is a good Toadman fight!
Maybe. It seems a little hard to... Okay, yeah, that's how we do it. Oh, the charge shot only deals 1 damage to this guy.
Throw off the skull amulet.
Let's do this again, then! This boss theme is kinda derpy. At least in the beginning. But now I understand why he has less health, because everything only deals 1 damage to the guy. Except maybe his weakness, which I don't care enough to find. Okay, so stick close to the guy, and jump when he jumps. Okay,
I didn't find that annoying.
that was actually pretty fair.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This level's pretty good. The level is pretty simple when it comes to gameplay, but honestly, it's to its benefit because it's just simple, well-designed enemy challenges. It sets up a group of enemies in the beginning and combines them and uses them in different environments throughout. And I think it plays really well. I'd say the only enemy that doesn't really get used is the hammer guy. But honestly, I don't mind that because I found the hammer guy to be pretty annoying to actually deal with. Level's also pretty funny too, with the Toad Joes and the weird fight with Komosu Man, and the actually pretty difficult Toad Man fight at the end. It's just a really solidly built and designed level in general. Also, fun thing, none of your projectiles get reflected with Jewel Satellite. They just kinda hang out in midair. This let me have some fun in the Toad Man fight.
This level wasn't big, and it wasn't annoying, but it was a mess. There were a few nice enemy skins, and I loved fighting the custom Komuso Man mini-boss, but the level got progressively worse, both graphically and design-wise. It went from a normal level to a level with messy tiles. What was up with the random Skullman tile set? To flat rooms with enemies, to an all-black room with Toadman, and by the way, that Toadman fight is just brutal. Overall, judging by the name and design, I don't think this is a serious level.
What a charming level! It's pretty simple, but super fun to play, and throws in a horizontal Komuso to keep things interesting. Is he a frog too? There is a bit of a difficulty spike near the beginning, where getting hit is very easy to send the player falling down. But aside from that, the difficulty ramps up decently. The Toadman boss at the end is pretty intense, though. I don't know why charge shots deal as much damage as the regular Buster. Feels kinda limiting, especially since all other weapons do nothing.
Ooh, so he has no weakness. But less health. It's not a horrible level, but it's not amazing either. Most of the level design isn't awful, but still has pretty poor enemy placement, generally consisting of being able to avoid them without effort or being bombarded by too many of them. For me, what really hurts the level is the main boss, who is unfair and is ultimately annoying to defeat. On the bright side, I gotta say I like the designs of the enemies. The level looks good, and I still enjoyed the level despite what I mentioned previously.
You got me. Nice trick with the rematches. The boss battles are by far and away the highlight of this level, as they really work with your expectations and throw them for a loop. The first was the stronger of the two, but they were both pretty fun to fight. And the second one did murder me a couple of times before I got the timing down. The custom assets are also pretty dandy, with your new enemies being really clever, even though one is a reskin. You play with it enough that it feels fairly fresh, and the other new enemy is hilarious. Where this stage falters is, it's basically just enemies and a boss or two, and nothing else. You really needed gimmicks here, and the lack of them hurt your level. One of the other problems I had was the clash of tile sets. I don't get it at all. I suspect this may be a reference to something else, but I can't confirm this whilst reviewing since I don't know your name yet, and even so, said reference will fly over most people's heads. Aesthetically, you probably should have just stuck to the initial tile set, which looked nice.
Yeah. I go. Yes, sir, I am going. No need to ream me again. I'm on my way. And
Apparently not!
yes, I'm back there. Don't judge me. Just leave me in peace. Oh god, lag.
We have a hazard.
Okay. But with that, this is Hatred Elemental and Draco Sodazir signing out. We hope that you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
I think that level was pretty fun, personally.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
Also, Toadman's actually a threat.
Yeah. Woo. Goodbye, guys.